I'm shooting once again with the Contour Roam 2. This time I'm at the 720p resolution. Now, when you're at the 720p resolution on a Contour, it actually has an extra feature. It expands the range from 125 degrees to 170, so you get a fisheye effect. Now, in that position, the pole itself may or may not be visible in the shot. I'm holding the camera roughly eye level. Of course, I could keep it higher or lower, and it should not affect whether the pole is visible. But at 170 degrees, it's possible the pole is in the shot. In any case, I'm going to move it right now to the second click on the iPole to see the difference. There. Now the iPole is pointing up a bit. The pole, I would almost guarantee, is not in the shot. Keeping it at eye level, I'm hiking in Staten Island right now. This is part of what they call the White Trail in Willowbrook Park, part of the Greenbelt, essentially what we're going to do is take the camera for a little road trip. Now I'm shooting at the 720 resolution, also at 60 frames a second, which theoretically should cut out some of the blur if I kind of move fast. And by the way, for those who have not experienced the iPole, one nice thing about moving fast with an iPole is, as opposed to using a traditional camera, when you're using an iPole, the subject is not blurring. It's pretty rock solid. I'm not using a Steadicam, it's just the iPole from FastCap. That iPole is pointing straight away from me, but the camera points straight at me. So the nice thing is, as I move around through my trail, I'm constantly in focus, I'm constantly rock steady, because there's a constant distance between me and the camera. And that camera will move when I move, and the background may move, but it shouldn't have that same dizzying effect if I had pointed the camera in the opposite way. The other thing you might notice about this is, since it's using a fisheye lens, or 170 degrees, when I approach trees, they're going to look warped and round, but as you get, as the object gets closer to the center, they kind of straighten out. The nice thing about a fisheye, though, is even though there is that little bit of distortion, you get an amazing amount of subjects into the view. So if you've got a landscape or something that's, there's a lot going on, or a large group of people, one person in the center with the camera should get the entire group in the shot. So for those of you who aren't familiar with an iPole is it's only 25 bucks. And they actually have mounts that you could put a iPhone or any smartphone on it, for that matter. And the great thing about it is you can really let the viewer in on the shot and not interrupt the activity itself. Like right now I'm hiking, and if I wanted to take footage with a traditional camera while hiking, I'd have to stop, I'd have to look for a stable place to put the camera, and then I'd have to, put it on a timer or some awkward thing like that, and it would be interrupting the flow of the activity. Right now I'm hiking, the camera's not in the way, I'm having a conversation with you. If I was with somebody else right now, I'd be having a conversation with them, and the camera would just be there, sort of like reality TV, just kind of watching along for the ride. So for what it's worth, it doesn't take anything away from the event itself. In fact, it becomes an interesting part of it, because you can not only narrate it the way people would narrate a home movie, where it's usually, hey, I'm holding the camera, here I am, I'm looking at this statue, but you don't see you and the statue. Here I am, this is this nice tree I found. I think that this is going to revolutionize the way a lot of people look at home movies, because, for what it's worth, get yourself a light camera like this one here, it's a Contour, or for that matter an iPhone, takes beautiful pictures, and bring along an iPole. This iPole here is, it compresses down to only 9 inches. So you can actually just hang it from your, from your belt, stick it in your pocket for that matter, at 9 inches. But it extends out to 43 inches. That's impressive. 43 inches.